one of the hopes that's happening with this PDX peace to Venezuela, this is basically a peace delegation of peace activists, media, youth, and Iraqi and Vietnam vets to go down to Venezuela and to speak about their positions and how they feel about war, to talk about their own experiences in combat and what it was that changed them and rebuilt their consciousness, and to be understanding that we are all part of the same world. Back in 2006, I went back to Venezuela to the World Social Forum. I was invited by a group of the Portland Central Solidarity Committee to go back and to speak as a veteran. And I was invited by Nelson Santana, who was a Venezuelan muralist from the barrio de 23 Enero, to paint a mural. The 23 Enero was one of the poorest barrios in Caracas. This was the very barrio which came out when Hugo Chavez was being overthrown by an elitist coup after his election. This barrio came out when the military, I should say the police guns and the elite supported military came out to keep him out. These people came into the streets and demanded Chavez be put back in his constitutional powers. There's many arguments about Chavez being top down. When I went back there, it didn't appear to be something that was top down. It seemed to be something that was based on community-based organizations within each barrio. In the 23 Enero, there was groups of people that held their own educational classes. They kicked out all of the police because the police were involved in the corruption beforehand. They policed their own community. This was the beginning of a movement. They had their own schools and educations. They had forums in which women's groups and other groups would get together, and youth groups, to be involved in the rewriting of the Constitution. These were the things that were important. These are the things that people were building on. And I think this is the kind of thing that people need to know and understand. That constitutional process is continuing to go on. In the face of, I would say, international empires, capitalist empires, which are looking to destroy what the people have built in order to put back in the place of the old forms of economic structure. Those economic structures literally destroyed the country and destroyed much of Latin America. This movement is a movement that's spreading throughout Venezuela. And what we as veterans are saying is that we as veterans don't want to turn our guns upon our own people or people of other countries that are trying to build something different. It's their decision to make that. And we need to take a position that we say we will not kill our brothers and sisters. And this is the kind of thing in which if we're not going to engage in war, how do we convince other people not to engage in war? We need to speak about what war really is. We need to tell the horrors of war. We need to tell our own personal experience and maturity on these ideas and how we build a better society. We need to look at other people that are trying to do the same thing. So this tour not only is the voices of veterans and peace activists going down there to tell their stories and look for explain what they think that their solutions is, but to listen to what other people are saying the solutions are, and to see how they are building an alternative economic system, and see if that is something that might work for us, or at least begin to help us develop our own views, and watch how people really organize on these things. I think that's one of the important things that we're really trying to do.